What's good, my people? Um, I'm back, man. It's been a little minute since I made a video, and all I can say is I just been blessed. I've been appreciative, and I want to thank all of you guys for the support that I've been getting from Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I will say is extremely overwhelming. Uh, you know, and it's only the start. That's the crazy thing about it. Today, I kind of wanted to give you guys the insight, just post album release and everything, just on my thoughts, and just want to talk to you guys about, finding a fire. As you guys know, in my album, I talked a lot about some of the shortcomings I had, the struggles, the trauma, flaws that I have. And one thing that I wanted everybody to take out of it was just how vulnerable I was, just about everything, because I understand that feelings are just so important. And when you can connect with an audience that may go through some of the same struggles that you go through, it just makes the music a lot better. And I'm gonna be real with you. When I first made these songs, it was like I tapped into that fire that I talked about in that album. And truthfully, I can't even tell you on how I got there. Like right now, I will say it comes, it goes, but I know it's there. And being an artist is, it's all about patience. And with myself, I find myself, at times when I'm writing, I feel like sometimes I may say the same thing. Maybe I'm talking about the same stuff, but I want to be able to make relatable music, because when I'm able to make relatable music, I think that I worry so much about myself. I worry about what I like, and I know the things that I like, other people will like. And shout out to all the hip hop heads out there. For me, I wanted to bring that style of hip hop back, from the black and white to, me, the way how I rap and everything like that. I wanted to bring that feel back because that's what I grew up on. I listened to so many dope artists growing up, and as you guys know, if you guys know me personally, everybody knows that J. Cole is my inspiration. And he talks a lot about that, especially with his music now, since from the come up all the way to his last album, the fall, what was it? It wasn't the fall off. It was the I forgot. But he talked a lot about searching for that hunger that he had when on the come up, and I relate to that so much, especially when he was just talking about being in Muhammad crib. I used to watch the documentaries of him talking about him making so many songs and things like that. And that's the place where I'm at right now. I've been through a lot, and I think that kind of going back and reflecting on it, I was able to, put some heartfelt stuff into it. But I think more so I'm fearful about. I'm honestly fearful about what people will think. And what I mean is like, oh, he always make deep music and things like that. And, there's always that self-critic within yourself, where it's just like, you want to make music for the people and for yourself, but you don't want to keep sounding like a broken record. And so right now I'm just kind of tapping into my musical knowledge. And so, as you guys heard my past album, if you haven't, I'm gonna definitely put it in the link below so you guys can go check it out. It's called Genesis. But more so on my next album, I kind of want to switch it up. I want to switch it up to the point where, yes, it's still going to be rapping and everything like that, but it's also going to be a different feel. You know, I'm going to start diving into some lanes, you know, trying to maybe sing and things like that, because these are things that I know I can do. And, you know, I know me listening to the music, I like it. Hopefully you guys like it. If you don't, you know, it is what it is. I have to take it on the chin. And for myself, I think that I more so am learning that, you know, dope people want to get around dope people. And, you know, I haven't even reached to the place where I want to be. Like, I still think I'm like amateur, not amateur, but, you know, I still don't think like I'm the best. And that's just like the Quincy side of me. The pop side of me is, you know, I'm him, you know, and that's the place where I want to tap in. But it's kind of like watching Dragon Ball Z. You know how Goku is, you know, having trouble having to tap into that Super Saiyan. That's what I feel like I'm working on and trying to get in. Like, that's the mode that I'm trying to get into. And I think that a lot of people have that type of mode. You know, you have the person that goes home, you know, with the family and things like that. But then when you are doing things that you love, you turn into a person, you know, that everyone admires and things like that. And, you know, that's what I'm searching for right now. It's very tough. Just like when I was kind of explaining, like when I made Therapy, I was like, damn, like this was a good song. You know, how am I going to do it again? And honestly, I ended up making Gone, which I feel like was a great song as well. And pretty much after that, it was kind of like rolling on, you know, to the point where I started making the other songs. But I remember when I knew I tapped into that, every single time when I feel like I tapped into that one thing, I'm not gonna lie, I get emotional. I get very emotional. And so I will say I'm gonna give myself, you know, some time to kind of reflect on my work and, you know, still try to get better and everything like that. But I'm gonna let you guys know right now, the songs that I put on there, they're gonna be songs that, you know, are really gonna be heartfelt songs that I felt like, damn, like, how did I make this song, you know? And that's just the artistry within the game. Right now, you know, I'm upcoming, 25 years old, and I understand with, you know, the hip hop game right now. Shout out some of my guys, my boy T, who I just met, and also Samaj. I just met them. They're from Dallas. But, you know, they was talking to me, and I was telling them, you know, just about, you know, I kind of got that self-critic within myself. And it's normal. It's very normal. But the thing about me is, like I said, I always want to learn. Like, I want to learn everything about it, from the writing to, you know, I want my writing to be better. I want it to be heartfelt. And you always want your last to be better. You always want this to be better than your last. Like, you want to progress. And, you know, I wonder, how does it feel to sometimes even, like, I think about, like, Kendrick, or I think about Cole, and I think about some of the albums that they put out, Good Kid, Mad City, Section 80. You know, those are like the hunger. And I ask myself, like, are those the best albums that they put out? You feel me? But then they go on to, you know, do Damn. But then they might go to Mr. Morale, and people like, nah, I'm not really messing with it. And then you got some people who are messing with it. Then you might go to GNX, or you might go from, you know, Forest Hill Drive, or Born Center. And then you go to the off season, and it's like, or KOD, people wasn't really messing with KOD. I wonder how, you know, they pivot from that, you know. because I feel like it's some songs on there that I'm like, bro, how did you make that song? Like when Cole made Kevin's Heart, I was like, bro, like that's a crazy song. Or when Kendrick made Man in the Garden, I'm like, bro, like these are just heartfelt songs that I really feel, and that's the lane that I want to drive in. Like I never wanted to, I never wanted to be like the bar for bar type of guy. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not the guy for writing bars. Now, it'll come to a point where sometimes, you know, I may have a little bar in there, a little bar here, but I was never the guy for like the punchlines or anything like that. All of my messages are like kind of like you reading a journal. And that's how I wanted Genesis to be. I wanted Genesis to be so heartfelt. I wanted it to be a place where they seen just the true side of me. And so I'm still searching for it, guys. Like, and I appreciate all my supporters. You know, this is just a start. I promise you guys that I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep, you know, tapping in, you know, trying to figure this out. And, you know, I'm gonna definitely make you guys proud, you know. And I appreciate all my day ones, the people who done, you know, supported me from the start. We got more coming. And yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm very excited, you know, even with just the love on TikTok. It's just been crazy. Getting follows from, you know, big producers and things like that. Like, it's crazy, man. It lets you know, like, you never know who's watching you for real. And so I say to that, man, keep going. Like, keep going, bro. Don't let one thing or a couple bad or a week put you down, bro. Cause you got life. You got life that you don't know when it's gonna end, and you gotta keep living for that. That's the purpose, to keep living until your time is up. And yeah, man, that's what I'm gonna do. And I think, like I said, I'm sorry. I just gotta keep thanking you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Also, check out the music video on Therapy. It's out right now. It should be in one of the videos. I'm gonna also put the link in for that. But thank you guys. I hope you guys have a blessed week, and you know, see you soon.